The little child ain't got my watch, so now I feel like I gotta put it on. Because she was kind to me. You're quiet. Are you happy to be here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you could be worse places. You could be out in the rain with the ducks, trying to cross the street. You could be at home with people you ain't want to be at home with. Because, you know, sometimes you can be home with people you don't want to be home with. When I was a teenager, that was the case a lot of times. I'd be locked in the house with my parents. We need to go somewhere. Let's go visit Granny. So, you know how last week I said there's certain parts of the church year that seem to last and last and last? Welcome to Easter week 3. Yes, this is the 3rd week of Easter. Why we do that, I don't really know, but it's how it's done. So you're in week 3 of Easter, and this week the lectionary points us to Luke chapter 24. And it starts in verse 36 and goes to verse 48. And this is the road to Emmaus. So, does everybody know this story? Vaguely. Some are like giving me, I think I do, but I'm not sure. Is that road down there off Tennessee Street? No. So, 2 disciples, after Jesus has been crucified and has been placed in the tomb, 2 disciples leave Jerusalem. They're heading to the nearby town of Emmaus. I could be butchering the pronouncing of this. Don't hold it against me. And it's interesting because this is the 2nd time we're hearing about people that aren't staying with the big group of disciples. You know, those main 11, because Thomas wasn't there. the main group. This is our 2nd time hearing about people that aren't with the main group. They're not in community. They've went off on their own for whatever reasons. So they're walking along, and as they're walking along, a stranger begins to walk with them. So let me go ahead and read it before I get way ahead of myself. Where did I say I was starting?
Verse 13.
Okay, so I'm going to actually start earlier than I said because I told you 36, but I'm going to start back up at the top where Jesus joins them. The stranger joins them. He asked, "What's this you're discussing so intently as you walk along?" They just stood there, long-faced, like they had lost their best friend. Then one of them said, "Are you the only one in Jerusalem who hasn't heard what's happened in the last few days?" He said, "What's happened?" They said, "The things that happened to Jesus, the Nazarene. He was a man of God, a prophet, dynamic in work and word, blessed by both God and all the people. Then our high priest and our leaders betrayed him. They got him sentenced to death. And they crucified him. And we had our hopes up that he was the one that was about to deliver Israel. And it's now the 3rd day since it happened. But now some of our women have completely confused us. Early this morning they were at the tomb and they couldn't find his body. They came back with the story that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Some of our friends went off to the tomb to check and found it empty, just as the women said. But they didn't see Jesus. Then he said to them, "So thick-headed, so slow-hearted. Why can't you simply believe all that the prophets said? Don't you see that these things had to happen? That the Messiah had to suffer and only then enter into his glory?" Then he started at the beginning with the books of Moses and went on through all the prophets, pointing out everything in the scriptures that referred to him. They came to the edge of the village where they were headed. He acted as if he was going to go on, but they pressed him. "Stay and have supper with us. It's nearly evening. The day is done." So he went in with them. And here's what happened. He sat down at the table with them. Taking the bread, he blessed it and broke it and gave it to them. At that moment, open-eyed, wide-eyed, they recognized him. And then he disappeared. Back and forth they talked to one another. Didn't we feel on fire as he conversed with us on the road? As he opened up the scriptures for us? Boom. So we read this like every Easter. This is one of those that we bring out every year and we talk about it. And it's funny how you can get something different every time. I think that's the great thing about Scripture. You can pick it up and you can read it and you can see one thing. You can pick it up and not see the same thing she saw. I can pick it up, as we know every week when I get up here, and see something way totally different than any of y'all had seen. The thing that stood out this time is verse 27. Where he's like, okay, what's wrong with you? You don't believe the prophets? But then after he says that, it says, then he started at the beginning with the book of Moses and went on through all the prophets. He started at the beginning. He starts retelling. He starts pointing to, this is when God was present in Israel's history here. This is where God was present in Israel's history here. This is what happened here. Do you see a pattern? He starts teaching them. Now, after the Easter sermon, I told some of you last week, I'm very blessed. I have many people who I respect and admire, and they love me, and they try to help me be the best I can be, right? They watched the Easter sermon, and then they wanted to talk to me. Why did you say this? Why did you say this? And it shook me up a lot, if I'm honest. Because even though I know that we all approach the text differently, and we all pick this Bible up and we read it, and we get what we need out of it, and it's not going to always match what somebody else gets out of it, even though I know that thing to be true, when somebody you love and respect questions you, at least me, I'm like, oh man, did I mess it up? Did I mess it up? And so I have this struggle on the inside where I'm like, well, what's the right thing? If I did the wrong thing, what's the right thing? If what I said isn't true, what is true? Jesus showed up for these two disciples. And what happened? Jesus told them who Jesus was. Jesus said, let me start at the beginning and paint you a picture. I was with you when Sally talked dirty to you and your heart broke. I was with you when your situation went really bad and you thought everybody hated you and nothing good was going to come of your life. That was me. I was there. I was with you when you were in Egypt. I was with you when you faced everything that you faced, the good, the bad, the ugly. I was there. But sometimes when Holy shows up, Holy looks like a stranger. And we just kind of, who that? And why they think they going to tell me something? And then sometimes Holy shows up in people that we do know. Holy will say, hey, I need you to tell so-and-so such a thing. Now, I was a wreck because someone I love and respect disagreed with me. I started questioning things. I started questioning what I think about Jesus, what I hold to be true about Jesus. And I started wondering if it matters. If it matters what other people say. So when I read this, because again, we read it and we get what we need, right? So when I read this, what happened to me is Jesus said to me, I know you love them. I know you respect them. I know you think they're the greatest. But let me tell you who I am. Let me tell you who I am. Let me tell you how it's supposed to be. Let me show you what it means when I show up and show out. You ain't got to get it secondhand. You ain't got to have somebody else tell you who holy is, how to experience holy, what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like. You can know for yourself. How do we do that? Open the eyes of my heart. Let me see you. Let me know you. The problem is we show up here, just us chickens. Just us chickens. Just our little family. We show up here and we're tired. And we got back problems. Some of us got headaches. Some of us don't feel well. But you're here.
That's right.
You showed up.
That's right.
So if you showed up, let's take it a step further and say, you walking alone on the road. Holy showed up for these people. Holy will show up for us.
That's right.
And you know, if my person that I love is watching, I still love you and I still think you great. But I gotta know holy on my terms.
Amen.
I got to feel holy on my terms. I can't tell K-Dale how K-Dale is supposed to feel. I can't tell K-Dale, don't raise your hands, boy. That ain't how we do this thing. I can't tell Marcy that she ain't allowed to raise her hands. Because Marcy likes to worship this way.
Yeah.
When you sing certain things, Marcy, you'll see Marcy, she likes to do this.
Close your eyes.
And close her eyes. And she gets lost.
Yeah.
And a lot of people look at Marcy like, what you doing? Because we all come to this from our own experiences. What happens is all of these roads, though, end up converging into one road.
That's right.
And this road leads you to knowing who holy is.
That's right.
Christy ain't got to tell you. Marcy ain't got to tell you. Nobody on the board has to tell you. Because who going to tell you? Holy going to tell you. I promised I wouldn't throw nothing today, and I just hit that stand. They said, you ain't going to be rowdy today, right? I said, no, I'll be calm. We'll be mellow today. Something happened, and that ain't a working. I hope y'all okay with that.
Okay.
Just us chickens. Even when it's just us chickens. Holy says, let me show up. Let me come sit right in the middle of you and show you who I am. Quit being distracted by what form I come in. Quit being distracted by what wrapping paper gets put on it. Pay attention to me tapping on your shoulder saying, hey, this is me.
Yeah.
This is me talking. This is me saying this is what this is supposed to be about. Yeah, that girl at the front's doing some stuff, but that don't matter. I'm here. I'm here. Now, see, y'all laughing at me, and only Kay is nodding and going, But if you'll shut up and pay attention for just a second, Holy's sitting right next to you. Holy's trying to get your attention. Holy's saying, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
The problem is we don't know how to go, hey, what's up, Holy? And, wrap it up.
Yeah.
We don't know how to welcome it. See, I come from a faith tradition. The rowdier, the better. They like that a lot. I come from a faith tradition when people are sick and their body hurts. You got people that are going to come lay hands on them. I come from a faith tradition when Holy shows up and sits in your midst. You don't ignore it.
That's right.
You don't act like it hasn't happened. Sometimes Holy sits down and this happens. You won't hear anything. The people quit talking. They quit amening the preacher. They even quit moving. Sometimes Holy shows up, and next thing you know, the preacher can't preach no more. The little old ladies are preaching from the seats.
Yeah.
Or they done got up and they dancing up and down the aisles.
That's right.
That's what I grew up in. That's what I come from. Now, do I think that only one way is right? No, y'all know me. But if I'm telling you, and I'm telling you hard right now, Holy's here. If you can't feel holy, what else can I do for you? How do I help you? Because you got to tap in. You got to feel it. You got to know that it's real. You got to have Holy say, Lavette, this is who I am and this is what I'm going to do. You got to have Holy go, Mary Beth, I hear you, okay? It's going to be all right. Don't worry about it. I got you. You got to hear Holy say, Sally, I'm tired of you sitting there. I'm tired of you just being normal and just, mundane. It's time for you to step up, wake up, and be who I'm calling you to be. It's Holy going, Joni, quit hiding. I want to mend all the broken places in this place. I want to take people and make them something they never thought they could be. I want to take Thrive and turn it upside down on its head so that the people in Tallahassee know they have stood in the presence of Holy. And y'all, it ain't about you. And it ain't about me. When we can get to that point where we know Holy's here, and all I got to do is go, yes, Holy, and get out of the way. There ain't nothing that can't be done. Well, all of the people I love and adore agree with me.
Amen. Amen.
Actually, I wasn't asking y'all to. I was saying, my people that question me, they will still question me. But you know what? I got to worship Holy the way I got to worship Holy. And they got to worship Holy the way they got to worship Holy. And we on this road and we walking and we working hard and we trying to get somewhere. Yeah. And Jesus is showing up and saying, let me tell you who I am. Yeah. Let me tell you who I am. Quit ignoring me. I'm trying to tell you who I am. I'm trying to show you who I am. I'm trying to wreck your world. Because now let's be honest. He wrecked their world.
Yeah. He did.
They walking along, poor, pitiful, our best friend done been murdered. They've done left their community. How many people they get upset with the church and they leave it?
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
They done left their community and went off on their own. And they walking along. And they pitiful and sad. And I don't blame them. They mourning. And then this stranger shows up and schools them. And then what happens? It's like suddenly they have new eyes and they go, snap, that's Jesus. You telling me their world wasn't wrecked? It was wrecked because then what happened? They had done walk all the way to that place. Jesus leaves them and they go, we got to go back to Jerusalem and tell them. They go back to community. They go back to their friends. They go back to what they were a part of. Why? Because it was Jesus that said, let me tell you who I am. Let me tell you who I am. You ain't a bunch of chickens. I'm giving you love. I'm giving you hope. I'm giving you courage. I'm giving you everything you need. And you just have to keep going. Quit listening to the world when they tell you, why do you go to church on Sunday? Quit listening to them when they say, there's better things to do. Y'all crazy the way y'all worship. Y'all get all loud and stupid and stuff, and I don't like that. Don't listen to them. Right. When they tell you, Marcy, don't raise your hands, you go, sorry, but the way I worship is the way I worship. Yeah. And me and Holy done worked that out. Yeah. The way I serve is the way I serve, and that me and Holy have worked that out. I can respect your position, and I can respect your theology, and I can respect the way you want to go about things. But you got to respect mine too. Right. I get to walk my walk. You can walk with me, and we can walk parallel, side by side, or we can go opposite directions. As long as both of us are saying, Holy, show me. Right. Show me who you are. Tell me who you are. As long as we're doing that, y'all, get ready. Your world gonna get wrecked. Right. Your world is gonna get wrecked. Because when Holy does show up and show out consistently, first thing that happens, some people get mad and leave. That ain't a joke. Yeah. Second thing that happens, new people come. Yeah. Because when you get people mad and they want to leave you because you worshiping holy and you trying to put holy first in everything, Holy Ghost, okay, go on, do your thing.
That's right.
Let me go over here and get Joe and Jane and let me bring them in because their hearts is hungry.
That's right.
They want to hear me. They want to feel me. They want to go do my works. They want to be my hands and my feet, and they want to change their world. See, Jesus will meet you wherever you're at.
Yeah.
You just have to say, open my eyes so that I can see. And when your eyes are opened, say two things. Yes.
Yes.
And holy, holy, holy.
Amen.
Holy, holy, holy. Holy, I want to see you high and lifted up.
That's right.
I don't care if my partner thinks I'm crazy. Mine does, just saying. I don't care. I don't care if my family thinks I'm crazy. I don't care if people think I'm crazy.
We don't.
Because you know what I'm here for? I'm here to say, holy, I'm here. I'm seeking you.
That's right.
I'm here to worship you. I'm here to lift you up. I'm here to say, whatever it is, I can do it. You just point me in the direction. Give me the words.
Yes.
What they say? Were our hearts not burning? When holy shows up, the people leave. And some people come. And what else? Heartburn. Heartburn. The good kind. You know when you have people that are really hungry for God. Really hungry for holy. How do you know? Because every time they have a chance, they're saying, holy, what's next?
Yeah.
Holy, show me. Holy, show me.
Yeah.
Here I am. Here I am. Show me. Use me. We enter in Pride Week. This is our biggest week, ironically. You're going to be in the plaza all day on Saturday. Before you get there Saturday morning, I need you to do something for me. I need you to take 10 seconds. Holy, use me today.
That's right.
Yes.
Holy, use me today. Are we there to have fun? Yes. Are we there to put on a Thrive MCC commercial? Yes. But what's our main thing? The main thing, you know what? I heard a preacher, another MCC preacher, he reminded his church. Troy Perry said in one of Troy Perry's sermons, you got to keep the main thing the main thing.
Yes.
Troy Perry was on that all the time. You got to keep the main thing the main thing. So even though we're going to be out there to have a good time, because I'm going to have a good time, and even though we're going to have fun, and we're going to give away Skittles, and we're going to talk to people and cut up, and, you know, all the stuff we do at Pride, we're also there to shine a light.
That's right.
We're also there to say, we know who holy is. And if you really want to know, ask me.
That's right.
And then you tell them, I can tell you what I think. But you have to say, holy, tell me who you are. Show me who you are. And then when holy does that, don't run from it, run to it.
That's right.
Run into it. Run into that. Run into whatever it is that holy says, this is who I am and this is what I want.
Yeah.
Don't go the other way. So Saturday morning, who gonna promise me? My little girls, all my little girls promising me. Saturday morning, before we hit that plaza, no matter what your version of holy is, because I'm sure it doesn't match mine exactly, I want you to say, holy, show up, show out, and use me today.
That's right.
Because here's what Jesus came for in my version. Jesus came to show us how to be loved,
That's right.
how to heal a broken world, how to give hope, how to help people better themselves. We're supposed to help the sick, the needy, the poor, the hungry. That's who we're supposed to be.
That's right.
So on Saturday, we don't know who we're going to meet. But I know one thing. We're going to say, holy, today, use me.
Yes.
Show me who you are today so that I can help somebody else see you too.
Yes.
And Thrive, guess what else? You're going to start doing this consistently. Just us chickens if we have to. We're going to do this consistently. We're going to honor holy. We're going to honor who we think holy is, from holy revealing holy to us. We're going to do us. Everybody else can say whatever they want to say, but when we come here, we're going to honor holy. We are going to be those people. We are going to be those people that say, you know what, world? I love you. But who holy calls me to be and who holy reveals themselves to be matters a whole lot more. And then we're going to wreck our world. And all the people said,